What is going on, FA Nation? John Pemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Playbook Live Show. It is Wednesday. We have 6 games here on the DraftKings main slate, starting at 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time. We do have one game that could be impacted by rain here, Miami, St. Louis.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. Roth says that game is a PBD possibility and a solid orange. So keep that in mind. It is also a very live Hug Watch day, both real and fake. Minnesota Twins just continue to go out there and fake Hug Watch everybody.
Really they are a nightmare.
Off the field, hugged everybody. And Jeff Passan's like, yeah, no, he's not traded. He was just hugging everybody.
Duran was physically hugging everyone yesterday.
Yeah. Griffin Jax was not hugging everybody. He was just upset that he got pulled and gave up a bunch of runs. But as you mentioned right before we went live, both Rogers brothers, traded. Yeah. Taylor and Trevor.
They're twins, right? Aren't they twins? Not like the team. They're like they're.
I'm not sure on their full relation other than being brothers.
I believe. What is it? Is it fraternal twins or is it identical? They're identical twins, I think.
Sure.
But isn't that? As someone who knows a thing or two about identical twins.
My wife is an identical twin. That is true.
There's like some weird, I was explaining this to my wife. There's like the weird telepathy that they have. And like they both happen to get traded on the same day. I mean, obviously the trade deadline's tomorrow, but like the same day, a couple hours with it. Like it's crazy.
Yep. So that's going on, which means there could very well be players on tonight's slate dealt in the middle of games. Being pulled from lineups, being late scratch. There are definitely teams here. Tampa Bay, Yandy Diaz is a name that's been floated around. There was a tweet out just moments ago that Josh Lowe, I think it was, or one of the Lows, Brandon Lowe, maybe Josh Lowe.
Tough waters you just dipped your toes into there.
What did we just do there? Did I mess that up there? Whatever.
No, but you decided to go with that name, and they're different. And that's just tough for you.
Brandon Lowe.
Nope.
Brandon Lowe. Josh Lowe, Brandon Lowe. Yep, anyways, I think the tweet was one of them's in the locker room, expected to be in the lineup, but not officially active yet, apparently.
Well, Brandon Lowe is being activated from the IL today.
Yes. Apparently, according to that tweet, in terms of like MLB physical roster moves, not officially active, I guess, yet.
Well, they released the lineup. He's in the lineup.
Yeah, he's in the lineup. But that's what the Mark something Tompkins, what is his name? Maybe tweeted. Someone just said it like a few moments ago. Let's
look. Let's get some clarity. This is Brandon Lowe. Brandon Lowe is in the dugout. Okay, yeah. Ben Rosa.
Okay.
Who is I don't know. Brandon Lowe is in the dugout, was supposed to be activated today, but he is not, and not in the lineup.
Is that a real person?
I'm confused because I'm looking at a lineup card that includes Brandon Lowe.
Okay. You know what? Could be fake news day as well. So I guess we'll have to look for some blue check marks. I thought it was Mark Tompkins that I saw do that. Maybe he tweeted it and then deleted it.
Okay, Ryan Bass.
Yeah.
Rays baseball TV reporter.
Okay.
Is Brandon Lowe is penciled in today's lineup, but no official announcement has been made yet on his reinstatement from the IL. That was the last thing. That was 36 minutes ago.
Okay. I saw a few said I thought I saw Mark Tompkins or whatever it was tweet that also. But either way, right. So who knows, right? Like, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see what Tampa Bay does. 705 roster lock with their game there. So things to pay attention to, right? Cleveland, Colorado. We saw Colorado deal some relievers today. Dodgers are hot on the trail of some bullpen guys. So we'll have to kind of see how this day goes. Of course, tomorrow it's like 3 games, I think, on the slate throughout the day. So no shows for us, but just more things to watch when it comes to the MLB slate. And then Friday, we don't have to worry about it anymore. Friday we'll just know where everybody stands. So,
anyways,
so with tonight's slate, Nathan Eovaldi and Brian Wu are your top 2 price starting pitchers. There was a time and a place where Nathan Eovaldi's name was among the floated around pitchers that could have been available. Since cooled on that name, but never know. Soriano is your $80,000 pitcher. There's no 9K pitchers tonight. So what's your take here on this starting position?
Yeah, I love Eovaldi. He's been really good since being back. There was obviously no issues with his back. The last time he made the start, we had commented like, he's been pushed back like multiple times since the All-Star break. Why has he not pitched yet? How bad is his back? Well, it was fine. He threw 5 scoreless, 7 strikeouts, 86 pitches. This is a high ceiling matchup. Obviously, the Angels are a high ceiling offense, but it's like home run based. And Nathan Eovaldi's allowed 5 home runs in 96 innings this year. So I'm very confident in Eovaldi. I like Brian Wu, the pitcher, and I'm confident that Brian Wu will get us 6 innings no matter what. Death taxes Brian Wu 6 innings. Obviously not the best ballpark to pitch in, but if he can keep the ball in the yard, he should be fine. And I think he can. So I like both of them. And, the Rangers have been better offensively against right-handed pitchers specifically lately. And we've talked about how a lot of their guys in their lineup are better against righties. We've said that a lot this year. I mean, Semien and Adolis, for just 2 examples, are reverse splits hitters. Seager's obviously great against everyone but righties mostly. Evan Carter doesn't even play against lefties. So even Wyatt Langford's been reverse splits this year. So they've just been better, and they've been better lately. Jose Soriano is just so up and down.
So the home runs lately for a guy that like never gave up home runs, now 3 in the last 2 games.
Yeah, it doesn't give up home runs. Super high ceiling, bone crushing floor. Like there's and honestly, you could say that about the next 2 pitchers, Soriano and Warren. You could just group them together. Like they both have super high ceilings and they both have super low floors. They're $200 apart. They're both getting ownership. You might just honestly take the ownership discount on Soriano.
Sure. From ownership perspectives here, Will Warren is 25%. He's your mid-play. Jeffrey Spring is getting a little bit of love there. Again, it's a smaller slate, so there's only so many options. There was a time where we would maybe look at Kyle Freeland, like, man, Freeland on the road against Cleveland. Cleveland's numbers last 30 days is actually good versus lefties now. They've turned that around. Do you have a thought here?
Littell is scary because the home runs. Obviously, the Yankees still hit a lot of home runs.
So they took away your ability to play Ohtani as a hitter today.
That is stupid.
You can only use him as an opener.
Stupid. He threw 46 pitches his last time out. I think he looks pretty good, but it's 7,500. You can't go there, I think, as a pitcher. 50 pitches probably he gets up to. He made a 10-pitch jump. Dave Roberts announced that they're going to likely go with a 6-man rotation moving forward.
Yeah.
Because they're going to start extending Shohei. I mean, he was 46 pitches last time, was up from 36. Maybe he gets to 60 here, right? Maybe that gets you 4 innings. If you get 4 innings of Shohei and he has 8 strikeouts, well, maybe there's justification. Not actually. It's hard to get there. Springs is, he's been very up and down. The strikeouts are really down on Jeffrey Springs. I can't get there. Then we have like a bunch of yuck. I know Cleveland's been better. I might still take a shot on Kyle Freeland at $6,000 because he's been better on the road. I don't know if you need to. If you just take a shot on, like, you play Eovaldi and then you just pair him with a Soriano or Warren and hope you get the ceiling and not the floor from one of those 2 pitchers. because they're basically the same guy, then you don't really need to test your luck anywhere else. Because like we have rain in the St. Louis Miami game, and you wouldn't want to pitch any of those two anyway because they both stink. Like Michaelis and
Quantrill. I mean,
I want to stack. If we get a Roth report and an update, I've been looking at his Twitter and there's nothing yet, but if we got an update about that game improving, I would actively play Miami against Miles Michaelis. Like I would actively play any of the top 5 batters in that lineup. So it's not a great slate. And you're and like playing Nick Martinez in Great American. I know he's been like relatively good-ish the last few starts. Doesn't feel good against the Dodgers. So, I would take a shot on Freeland just given what the
board looks like.
The board is.
Yeah, I agree with you. Obviously not having money to spend up on Ohtani now for hitters. There's some salary to be spent at other positions tonight.
Yeah, no Judge, no Ohtani.
Right?
No Judge, no Ohtani. Yep.
Kyle Raleigh is then your highest rostered player today.
Yeah.
18%. Jeffrey Springs in Sutter Health. Waiting for the big Kyle Raleigh game, I guess, in that ballpark. Hasn't happened yet. Maybe it happens tonight.
Ooh, a trade.
Big one?
No. Yeah. Caleb Ferguson, left-handed reliever, going to the Mariners because the Mariners are just loading up. The Mariners are going to make the most trades this deadline. I'm pretty convinced. Are you looking for a Caleb Ferguson card?
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I thought you were scoping. You were like, yes, I remember exactly where my Caleb Ferguson rookie card is that I pulled from.
No Caleb Ferguson card.
Well, that's probably a good thing. That's not going to be worth much. Cal looks great. It's obviously a slate with Sutter Health. There's wind blowing out again. We saw what wind blowing out can do. There was a lot of home runs last night by one team specifically. By one team. And the other team has a really good spot to hit home runs tonight. Jeffrey Springs has struggled specifically with righties. 195 ISO. He's allowed a really big number of home runs and power in Sutter Health this year. 1.9 home runs per 1.9 home runs per 9. 1.9 home runs per 9. The double 9 threw me off there. In Sutter Health to righties. So I think Cal looks amazing, and he's really the only one you're paying up for. I mean, not the only one, but
Ben Rice is number 2 in ownership. Will Smith's at 11%. David Fry, I mean, we've always kind of played him versus lefties, hitting cleanup versus Freeland at $2,800. And I think I had the number last 30 days. Cleveland's like a 180 ISO versus left-handed pitching now. So, Fry's kind of always been a guy that we've taken shots on in the right spot.
Yeah, kind of a Fry guy. It is what it is. He is cheap. He's cheap, and he has multi-position eligibility. Kyle Freeland has been bad, and kind of his expected ISO and righties are even a little bit worse. 180 ISO, 204 expected ISO. So if you want to play David Fry, I think that's fine. It is a good, obviously, lineup spot for him.
Yeah, I mean, this year notwithstanding, he had a 279 ISO last year and a 180 ISO the year before that versus lefties. So
yes,
this
year,
obviously.
Long, like the history of him hitting lefties is no doubt about it. He has had long success, but we've seen that. So is Ozzie Albies, John, and Ozzie Albies hasn't had a hit against a lefty all year. So I'm not saying it's a bad play. I'm just
I'm kind of with you. I'd rather play like Augusto Ramirez if that game was good enough. The weather was going to hold.
I'm telling you, I am on my hands and knees praying to the Roth report that we get the update because we'll
get an update. The one that's out there now is from earlier today, so we'll definitely get one.
Positive update. Positive update. Positive in reinforcement on why the weather is going to clear out and it's not going to rain in St. Louis anymore. And because Miles Mikolas, 225 expected ISO to righties, 248 expected ISO to lefties. He has a 16% strikeout rate. He has a 7% swinging strike rate. He's not good.
Nope.
And I want to play powerful Marlins, some powerful fish against them.
I agree. At first base, Ben Rice, again, dual position eligibility. Tyler Locklear and Carlos Santana are your next two guys there.
I like Locklear a lot. I did some digging earlier. A lot of home runs at AAA this year. Mid-20s, 24 years old. Obviously, or 25 years old. Not like the youngest. Obviously, we've seen him before, and he has not had a lot of success. Obviously, he plays in a really good environment in AAA. Also has a lot of speed, John. So we kind of have this dual threat where he has power, he has speed, and you're getting him in the right split advantage against Shepherd Springs. Now, most likely will be pinch hit for at some point in this game if a righty comes in, right? If they put in a righty and he's in the lineup, and let's say Luke Raley isn't in the lineup, or I still think Rowdy is still on the team. Last I checked, Luke Raley went in the IL. I forgot. That's why they called up Locklear. If Rowdy gets a crack against a righty, they might get if there's righty, they go to Rowdy. So I like Locklear. He has to get it done, but he's a cheap first base option in the best game environment on the board. I don't hate that at all.
Jeter Martinez going to Pittsburgh in that Caleb Ferguson trade. So
who do you think his parents were fans of when they were?
I don't know. Really hard to guess. We commented on Warming Burnable. Is that how we're going with this name here?
Well, you commented after the show, I think last night. You said, "Who the heck is he?"
Well, he won me some money last night.
Yes, he did.
And then you said this guy has been raking.
He has. I mean, he just kind of has.
$2,500. Would we go?
I mean, has been pretty successful at the minor league level. 800 OPS this year.
You see his neck tattoo? He's got an eye in the middle of his throat.
Is he Illuminati? That's for you to decide. Us to just comment on it, right? Is there signs of Illuminati? Possibly. I'm not saying it. He's saying it. He's showing
I didn't say it at all. I just commented on the fact that he has a neck tattoo.
I'm okay with it. I mean, he's 2,500. He's raking, hitting fifth. They have multiple Allard starting, gonna probably go an inning. He hasn't gotten more than an inning basically all year. Jacob Junis is expected to work in long relief here. I mean, you don't know who's available in the Guardians bullpen because you don't know who bet on themselves and who didn't. So
I mean, Junis hasn't gone more than 27. He went 41 pitches once, but he's pretty much been a one inning and out guy.
Yeah, so we have no clue on what the long term who else is going to pitch today for the Guardians. So yeah, I don't hate it.
All right.
We didn't talk. Whoa, hold on.
What?
Hold on.
Top group.
We didn't talk any. You just went right to the ownership and then skipped the whole position. Hold on.
That happens sometimes.
Listen, I know we got a 6-game slate, and you're just here so you don't get fined.
In my brain, we talked about Naylor and Kurtz and all them already.
We didn't talk anybody.
No, didn't talk about them at all. Not a second.
You literally said 3 names. You were like, all right, Warning Barnabelle sounds like a good place to move on.
Let's ride. Talk about the top guys. There we go.
No, I don't want to anymore.
Okay.
No, I mean, look,
Jonathan Aranda.
Yeah, the Aranda play looks good. Warren, it's actually starting to look better for lefties against Will Warren over 200 ISO. He wasn't allowing a lot of power earlier in the year. Now it is 204 ISO, 203 expected ISO. Righties doing absolutely nothing against him. It's all the lefties. So definitely like Aranda here. You could definitely play Ben Rice. I mean, they're hitting him second, right? It's Yankee Stadium. He has a lot of power. He's going up against a guy, another pitcher in this game who allows a lot of power, 215 ISO, 227 expected ISO to lefties. Yankees are hitting 3 lefties right off the bat, all with power. So you could play Rice here. Love Freddie Freeman in a Dodger stack that can't include Shohei Ohtani, which is the stupidest thing ever. It's the stupidest. I mean, it's the stupidest thing ever, but whatever. Because we'd all totally rather use him as a 3-inning or 4-inning pitcher, right?
I don't think there's ever a scenario where I would rather use Ohtani as the pitcher than the hitter.
If he's not limited, I would use him as a pitcher. Because he can get you 35 fantasy points as a pitcher.
Yeah, he can do that as a hitter. But I hear you.
I
hear you, I guess.
I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying he can.
If they gave me the option to build a lineup with him as a hitter versus him as a pitcher, I feel like I'd use him as a hitter. But maybe you're right.
I'm not saying. I mean, if he's pitching on a day that he's facing Tarek Skubal, are you using him as a hitter?
Sure.
You're using him as a hitter against Tarek Skubal.
I said sure. No, you're right. Okay, got it.
I'm just saying. I'm not. I'm just saying. Yeah. So Rice, Aranda, Freeman, Kurtz. Obviously, I mean, Brian Wu has a 180 ISO allowed lefty, so you can play him. Santana's fine. I like Locklear more. You can play David Fry here. Barnabell is good. Okay. Second. Now we can go to second.
Okay. Second base. I'll just let you start at the top because Jazz is actually your highest rostered second baseman today.
Yeah, I mean, look, the price is coming down. Still hasn't stolen a base since like the calendar turned. I think he makes sense because he has home run upside. He hasn't hit a lot of home runs lately. He has kind of slowed down offensively, but he's done this his whole existence where he's like very, 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 very streaky. But it's a great spot against a guy who gives up home runs. So I completely understand it. I think there is basically a case for the first 6 names. Jazz, Xavier Edwards looks great if that game plays. Brandon Lau coming off the IL. If he is, he's in the lineup, so we assume that he's playing. Even though I still don't know if Tampa's announced a roster move. Let's see.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, they still don't have it on their official Twitter. So do the Rays have a PR, like a PR account? You know how like sometimes, okay, Rays PR. I mean, they didn't even announce that. They announced
Kepler just got scratched. Uh-oh.
Yeah, they probably hopefully they released him because he's. I mean, they should have been the one trading for Austin Slater, not the Yankees. They should trade for Slater. They need a righty outfielder. But I like Lau. Semien against the righty. Say it over and over and over and over again. That's his split. Brendan Donovan back in the lineup. Even though Quantrill is reverse splits, you could definitely play Donovan. And Polanco's been in the lineup against lefties. I mean, that's partly due to how bad Dylan Moore has been. Dylan Moore has not had a hit, I think, since last season. So just like...
We do have a weather update. We are now yellow in Miami, St. Louis.
Full yellow?
Just only yellow. Few storms are still around. Intensity looks significant, but models have backed off on the overall coverage. So barring something wild like a hailstorm over the ballpark, I think we just have a chance of delay.
Love that. Absolutely love that.
So Cardinals, Miami back on offensively.
We're so back.
Hitters only.
Hitters only. That's my new title. Hitters only.
Hitters only. Kepler scratched due to injury. Nothing to do with trade. Mid-range guys for you?
I don't think I like. They're all fine. I like the 6 top guys. I don't have much else interest. I think there's really nothing you'd want to play.
So you're not playing Taylor Walsh tonight, is what you're saying? No.
I guess that'd be the one guy you can play because he's been fine. I mean, he's been okay. Again, if this was a fantasy league that got defense, he'd be one of the top plays of the night.
Sure.
Doesn't get, but he has also been fine. Double RBI double against Fried yesterday. So if you want to go there, you can.
Third base, you have Jose Ramirez, who I do have a card of right here. Well, out of 25, Orange Wave. You can get a little one of these things. You can go find it on my Twitter page today.
We got a new drop, a new Jose Ramirez card.
Yeah, Jose Ramirez card.
Have you heard he's underrated?
He's definitely underrated. Highest rostered, expensive, but it's the spot, right? It's the spot to play him.
There's never a bad spot to play him because he's, the best. He's the most underrated superstar in the game. Like, he's a top 10 player in the game and nobody even cares.
No one cares.
We said this last year when he was 40-40 and no one gave 2 craps about Jose Ramirez being 1 home run away from being a 40-40 player.
You know who's probably not throwing games on Cleveland?
Definitely. He's probably so mad. Because, he probably, he gets the notification that Ortiz is being, investigated. And he's like, dude, what's wrong with you? And then he finds out Class A. He's like, how dare you hop on Instagram and showing all your bling after getting blown out last year just to throw all the games this year? What's wrong with you?
Cameron Arrow versus righty. No big power there.
Yeah.
51. You got Yandy there as well. Ryan McMahon versus Littell's at 39. If you just like the Yankees.
No. Is this Novi's last day starting at third or what?
I don't know.
They got Cabrian Hayes.
It's possible.
Cabrian Hayes is every day starting third base in the movie.
Yeah, Gold Glover, right?
Yep.
Gold Glove potential. I don't know if he's actually ever won one, but
McMahon looks good. This is definitely a home run spot for McMahon. Definitely.
Yep. Value? Anybody?
Smith, Young. You want to be contrarian? Miguel Andujar has been really good this series. Graham Pauley homered yesterday. That's probably it.
Shortstop, Mookie Betts is your highest rostered play. Another day with 2 hits for Mookie Betts, maybe starting to come around here. $4,300.
The Mets and the Phillies are front runners for Luis Robert per right now.
There you go. I mean, we saw the Robert Mets rumors, right? They wanted Vientos. So.
Yep.
Which feels like an easy pull, right? Why would you not give up?
Yeah,
but they gave up a handful of prospects
for Rodgers. Mets Twitter is not happy about that deal. No.
Shout out Justin Vreeland. I saw his tweets.
Shout out Vreeland. Vreeland definitely dropped the WTF on the timeline today.
He wasn't thrilled. He wasn't thrilled to see what they gave up there. All right. Shortstop again. Mookie's your top guy. JP Crawford getting ownership love in that matchup. And Sutter Health. Corey Seager up over 10% as well.
Yeah, I think all of them are great. I would play Ellie because he's been really good, and you get Emmett Shaheen and kind of a banged up Dodgers bullpen afterwards. Seager looks great. Mookie actually has looked good. 4,300, back-to-back multi-hit games. Hitting in front of Shohei Ohtani is a good way to keep scoring runs. So I like Mookie. Crawford's fine. Volpe's had a decent ceiling offensively lately. I don't hate it, especially with the home runs. If Littell's gonna serve him up, I think Volpe can hit one out. Otto Lopez, very unlucky player. I keep saying it. The numbers don't reflect the underlying stuff. Great spot, great lineup position, hitting 5th. Ezekiel Tovar hitting second tonight, I like quite a bit, $3,200. That's a nice value as well. I think that is a pretty deep position.
Going on over to the outfield. Again, 6 games here. No Judge, no Ohtani, no Acuna. J-Rod and Randy Arozarena, your top 2 from an ownership perspective. Kyle Stowers is your highest priced outfielder now. What are your thoughts here?
I'm going to play Kyle Stowers and not think twice about it because he is absolute animal. He is an like absolute animal. I could not even envision a world where I had him on my fantasy team and traded him. Could not be me. And I don't know who would ever do such a thing, like ever. But Stowers is great. Love J-Rod. Love Bellinger for a home run. He's been the Yankees' best player for a month plus, probably.
Blake Snell got start on Saturday.
Yeah, this is their 6th. They're going 6-man. They have so many starters now. They until inevitably 2 of them more break down. But maybe we saw the start of that with Glasnow yesterday. That was the start, right? I think Clayton Kershaw is going to make the most starts for them this year, by the way. That's going to be hilarious at the end of the year. Randy looks great. You can always play Rooker for a home run. Guy is just what he is. He just hits home runs. I won't be playing Steven Kwan tonight because he is front line going to be traded guy, right? He is one of when Jon Snow pulls out the knife, he's one of the front line sprinters, Steven Kwan. Like that's, okay. I'm not couldn't play him. Also, we've already established we wouldn't play him anyway. Evan Carter, Simpson. So I saw his ownership earlier today. It's like, man, he's still pretty highly owned. I get it. The Yankees don't throw runners out. All their catchers kind of stink at throwing runners out. So, the Rays run a ton. So if you want to play Simpson, you have to hope he gets on. This is a good spot to get on because Warren sometimes lacks control. So I like Simpson 45. Love Teoscar 44. Giancarlo definitely live for a nuke. Josh Lowe because you want the lefties there. Love Burleson. Love Grisham. Really, really strong 4K range there.
Yeah, for again, not too many guys to really spend up on. The mid range is strong here. Beck's 37. Jesus Sanchez 37. Dominguez is hitting 6th from the left side tonight. He's $3,700 as well.
Yep.
We played a lot of Anel Martinez.
He's a 200 ISO against lefties. Yeah. I mean, he was a little better when he was second base outfield, right? It was so easy to click when he had that multi-position eligibility.
What do we like for value? Anything else?
Gavin Lux leading off is fine. I know. I mean, Jock Peterson's 2,300. He's a really good player. I know he's one of your favorite players, actually. Did you get the Jock jersey in yet? Did you get it in yet, or did you? You didn't get it in yet?
No. As I said to you, I don't know how this man is still on.
Didn't you order it? Didn't you get the limited edition Rangers specific jersey, Jock Peterson?
Surely did not do that. All right, let's figure out what we're going to do for a lineup here.
Okay.
I think we're in on Evaldi, right?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, and then what's the SP2? Do we have a confidence?
No, don't go there. Don't do that one. Don't start it like that. The answer is no. But your SP2 today there's just a ceiling. I think you pick between Warren and Soriano, and you pray you get this. You pray you get. You could. Warren and Soriano both have the same exact ceiling, the same floor. They both could evaporate your lineup or evaporate the opponent, right? You don't know which version you're getting. You have no idea. You just play one of them and just pray. You just pray to the Almighty, whatever you believe in. Yeah.
Where are we? You like the top 6 second baseman here?
Yeah, only that's it too. Like, there's nothing else. There's nothing else. I mean, I don't think so. I don't have like a punt, unless
I'm not even really arguing with you. I don't know. I'm just sitting there trying to figure out how we put a lineup together.
Will you play one of the cheap first basemen, whether it's Locklear, Fry, or Barnabell? Yeah. And I prefer Locklear, so I think that's the correct decision, especially because the ballpark.
Sure. Third base. Do you spend up for Ramirez?
As our basic, like, that's just basically our spend up, because
like the spend. I mean, because we're playing Warren, so we can't do Caminero. Or
if we are playing Ramirez, then we probably use Angel Martinez at 35. I just don't like the value in the outfield today.
I mean, there's a bunch of $3,700 guys that could be played.
Yeah, you can only play one of them, but you're right.
So, all right, we'll leave it here. We'll put a lineup in the Discord. Evaldi, Warren, Ramirez, Locklear, Donovan, Ramirez, Lopez, and Martinez. 36.50 a play. We appreciate you guys tuning in. No show tomorrow, trade deadline day, though. We'll be back for the preview show and live show for Friday. I appreciate you all tuning in with us here, and we'll catch you later.